I'll be honest, I don't know exactly what to talk about. I guess I could talk about some of my angst and my anxiety. I mean, listen, I've talked about this many times. One of the things I deal with on a day-to-day basis is anxiety, and that's fine. I definitely have a high functioning level of anxiety. That's what the doc told me, which I've had to learn to deal with. I take a very light medication for it because it helps with stuff like panic attacks. I was very ashamed to say it for a while, but I had panic attacks for a long time, every single day, multiple times a day. It happened, actually, it didn't start happening until, and I remember this vividly, the first time I had a panic attack was in my last year of college, and I was sitting, and I wasn't even sitting, I was coming back from the gym, and I was looking out the window, and I watched a bird fly on by, and he just did his own thing, and somehow it got me to the existentiality of life, and from there, my mind just spiraled, and I really started thinking about life and how it could end, and it could be darkness at the end, and maybe there isn't a God, and I really just started to let my thoughts spiral and get out of control, and all from a bird. Nothing happened to the bird, and I just remember this dark, gloomy, mortifying feeling that I got internally when I started thinking more about this. My arms started to go numb and tingly, and I started to feel faint, and I was like, what's going on? This feels weird. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. And it freaked me out, and I remember I had a bigger panic attack down the line that I thought at first was a heart attack, because I remember my whole vision just went black and it kind of rotated. Yeah, I thought I was having a stroke or a heart attack. So I called the ambulance because I was like, I don't know what's going on, trying not to die. And they assured, like, the EKGs came back normal, the heart cardiographs were good. And they're like, you just had a panic attack. I'm like, what? That was a panic attack? Nah, you capping. You capping. You good one, G, good one. And I remember over time, like, I think as my anxiety levels were rising, I still don't exactly know what triggered it, and that's kind of part of the thing with some of these with panic attacks is they could start coming up out of nowhere. I never had them up until that point. I did have anxiety, but I never had panic attack, and so that was what, like 5 years ago, and ever since I'd been having to learn about what panic attacks are, what can trigger them, what can help mitigate them, and some of the stuff that I've learned that's really helped me. And so if you struggle from panic attacks, I really hope this can be of help to you, is get 8 hours of rest. That's the biggest thing, right? I've noticed every single time how much different I feel when I don't get my full 8 hours of rest. Is that Killer Bunny? Oh my freaking God, I think that's a Killer Bunny. Is it? Or is that a myth? Just like the freaking White Enderman. God, call me back. Just trying to do some extra stuff for the video, and anyways, get those 8 hours of sleep. I've noticed every time I get less sleep, I always feel just anxious and can feel the onset of yep, as you do, and can feel a panic or some panic coming on. That's number one. Number two is diet. I don't think people really understand just how important diet is to your mental brain health. I mean, your brain is one of the most energy intensive organs, I think. I don't know, maybe you can quote me on that, but it takes a lot of energy to have a brain. Sounds so stupid in hindsight, but it's true. And without getting the proper nourishment and without getting the proper calories. So I'm talking, not only do you need the amount of energy that a brain requires, which is your total daily energy expenditure, TDEE, just search it if you're not sure, but also you need the right minerals and vitamins and supplementary stuff like vitamin B levels, your vitamin A's, your healthy fats, and your saturated fats even. All sorts of fats. You need protein, you need carb, you need all of these things to help support proper brain function. I know there's stuff about like the keto diet and ketones and ketosis. I don't really know too much about that. I know a little bit, but not enough to consider myself knowledgeable. But that's another thing. Diet. The next thing, go outside, go on a walk, have some fresh air. I don't really understand how it works, but it does. Fresh air, being outside, being in the moment, turning off your phone, get away from the social stimuli. That's another one. This is for me, I don't know if this works for others, but I can imagine it could, is go, turn off the news. I don't listen to the news. My parents, I remember for the longest time, were like, "What? You need to stay informed." And I'm like, honestly, my personal opinion, I don't think the news is all that informing. I think it's more just driving for emotional clicks, just like every YouTuber ever. I try my best not to, but I might. And then, God, yeah, so just turn it off. I just feel like all it does is they promote emotions, which tend to be the ones that get clicks, or the negative ones: anger, fear, sadness, depression, stuff like that. Just turn it off. It's not helping you. All right, that's my stance. And get some exercise. Let those like natural endorphins from just a good run or a good weightlifting session just fuel your body. You'll thank me, I hope. And if not, please don't sue me. It's just exercise, man. Oh, that's right. We're on peaceful mode. Hey, come here. Hey, sucker. Yeah. Let's go. Almost there. Nice. So that's my stance, right? Panic attacks are not easy. And when you do, potentially, and hopefully you don't, but if you do end up having one, start with deep breaths and start by telling yourself that it's just a panic attack. You've had this before, or even if you haven't, they're nothing. It's easy. You're fine. Tell yourself this stuff. It's sort of like faking it till you're making it, and work on your breathing. That's the first thing you should do. If you need space, great. Get a cold shower. Like, it's sort of like shock your body into forgetting that you have a panic attack. Don't like cut off your arm or anything, but do stuff that doesn't allow you to perseverate on whatever it is that you're having. And if you need to, if all of that still doesn't work, like it didn't for me, unfortunately, get a little bit of light medication. I've got some of them SSRIs that there's a part of me that is still upset that I have to rely on it, but it helps. And honestly, I don't have shame in relying on something that helps you. We all need help in one way, shape, or form. And if this helps you lead a happier, healthier life, then I implore you to check it out. That's all for me for today. It's a bit of a shorter one, but hopefully it made sense. And yeah, that's it. It's a tough subject for me, but I think it's an important one. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.